To manifest your desires effectively, achieving clarity is absolutely essential. However, this seemingly straightforward task is often complicated by the workings of the analytical mind, especially when it's overstimulated by stress hormones. Under the influence of these hormones, our thought processes tend to become hyperactive, leading us away from clear and focused intentions. Instead of a direct and pure desire, our intentions become entangled in a complex web of conditions and hypothetical scenarios. This complexity is not the essence of true intention. Rather, it's an attempt to control and micromanage every aspect of life. It stems from an underlying fear and a desire for predictability and security. In this state, we find ourselves fixated on the how and when of our desires, trying to foresee and manipulate every detail and outcome. This overthinking leads to a kind of mental paralysis where the true essence of what we wish to achieve is lost in a maze of over analysis and speculation. True intention, on the other hand, requires a different approach. It calls for a letting go of these intricate constraints. It asks us to embrace simplicity in our desires, free from the fear of loss or the anxiety about how our desires might impact others. To set a true intention is to have a pure, unadulterated desire, a clear vision of what we want to manifest, uncluttered by the myriad what ifs and conditions that our analytical mind tends to attach to it. This process of simplifying our desires is not just about reducing their scope or scale, but rather about achieving state of mental and emotional clarity and purity. It involves peeling back the layers of doubt, fear, and overthinking that cloud our true intentions. It's about connecting with the essence of what we truly want at its most fundamental level without the embellishments and complications imposed by an overactive mind. In practice, this means pausing and stepping back from the whirlwind of thoughts and worries that often accompany our desires. It involves quieting the mind and listening to our inner voice, our intuition, which speaks in a language of simplicity and truth. By tuning into this voice and trusting in the natural flow of events, we align ourselves more closely with our true intentions. Moreover, embracing simplicity in our desires also means acknowledging and letting go of the need for control. It's about understanding that while we can set intentions, the universe has its own way and timing. By relinquishing our grip on the details and surrendering to a higher wisdom, we open ourselves up to possibilities that we might not have even considered, allowing our intentions to manifest in ways that are often better than what we could have meticulously planned for. Thus, the key to effective manifestation lies in this delicate balance between clear intention and surrender, between knowing what we want and being open to the myriad ways in which the universe might bring it to fruition. It's about setting our sights on our desires while freeing ourselves from the constraints of overthinking and control, trusting that what we seek is seeking us and that it will arrive in the perfect way at the perfect time. The frontal lobe, making up a significant 40 of the human brain, plays an indispensable role in the process of setting intentions. It's not just a part of the brain, but a dynamic and creative center that becomes particularly active when we engage in the task of envisioning our future. When you pose an open ended question about what you desire, whether it's related to your career, personal relationships, or health, you're essentially tapping into the vast potential of this area of the brain. This activation of the frontal lobe is more than just a neurological response. It's a process of synthesis and creation. The lobe draws upon a myriad of neural networks that encompass both knowledge acquired intellectually and experiential learning from past events. It's a convergence point where your life's learning and experiences are integrated to form something new and unique. As you ponder your desires, the frontal lobe begins to weave together these networks, creating connections that might not have previously existed. The process is akin to a master artist working on a canvas, combining colors and shapes from different palettes to create a new and unique piece of art. Here, the colors and shapes are your memories, knowledge, and experiences. The frontal lobe takes these elements and begins to craft a new vision or idea, something that is grounded in your past but also extends beyond it, reaching into the realm of possibilities and potentials. This is where the true magic of intention setting happens. As the frontal lobe synthesizes these diverse neural networks, a clear mental picture begins to emerge. This picture is your intention, a tangible representation of your desires. It could be as specific as a particular job you aspire to, the kind of relationship you want to cultivate, or a state of health and well being you wish to achieve. The clarity of this mental picture is crucial because it serves as a guide, a North Star, directing your thoughts and actions towards the realization of your intention. Moreover, this process highlights the power of the human brain, not just as a repository of information and experiences, but as a creative, dynamic force that can shape and define our future. By leveraging the capabilities of the frontal lobe in setting intentions, you're essentially programming your brain to focus on and work towards specific goals and aspirations. It's a proactive approach to life where you're not just a passive observer, but an active creator of your reality. Furthermore, this clear mental picture of your intention, formed in the frontal lobe, is more than just a static image. It's a living, evolving vision that continues to develop and refine as you gain more knowledge, experience new things, and grow as a person. Each new experience and piece of knowledge adds depth and detail to this vision, making it more vivid and attainable. Once your intention is crystallized in your mind, the journey progresses to the powerful practice of visualization. This step transcends mere thinking about your goals. It involves immersively creating a vivid and detailed mental image of your desired outcome. This process, which I term mental rehearsal, is a proactive engagement of your mind's eye, wherein you vividly conjure the realization of your intentions in as much detail as possible. Visualization is far more profound than simple daydreaming. While daydreaming is a passive activity where your mind wanders aimlessly, visualization is a focused and purposeful exercise. During this mental rehearsal, you are not just idly thinking about your desires, you are actively constructing and experiencing them in your mind. This immersive visualization acts as a powerful catalyst in rewiring your brain. You shift your brain's focus from merely being a record of past experiences to becoming a dynamic map that charts the course of your future. The human brain is an incredible organ that does not effectively distinguish between real experiences and those that are vividly and consistently imagined. This lack of distinction is pivotal in the process of visualization. When you engage in detailed and repeated mental rehearsal of your intentions, your brain begins to encode this as a real experience. This encoding is not just a superficial imprint. It involves the same neural networks that would be involved if you were actually experiencing the event in reality. By engaging in this process, you're essentially training your brain to recognize and create the pathways necessary for the actualization of your desires. It's akin to creating a blueprint or a roadmap that your mind and body can follow. This mental rehearsal primes your brain to identify and respond to opportunities, resources, and actions that align with your visualized intentions. Furthermore, this practice of visualization is not a one time event, but a continuous process. Each session of mental rehearsal adds layers of detail and depth to the mental image of your desired outcome, making it more tangible and attainable in your mind's eye. The more vividly and consistently you can visualize your intention, the more deeply it is ingrained in your brain structure. This ingrained visualization has a profound impact on your subconscious mind as well. It starts to influence your beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors, aligning them with your visualized goals. Your subconscious mind begins to operate under the assumption that your visualized intention is an inevitable reality, thereby influencing your decision making, your reactions to circumstances, and your interactions with others in ways that support the realization of your intention. The crucial element in manifesting your intentions is the integration of emotion. It's not enough to simply visualize or think about what you want. The process must be infused with genuine emotion. The body, functioning as your unconscious mind, plays a pivotal role in this process. It does not differentiate between emotions arising from real experiences and those generated through thought. This inability to distinguish is key in the art of manifestation. When you vividly imagine your desired future and infuse these visions with strong emotions, be it the feeling of wholeness, the warmth of love, or the surge of empowerment, you are doing more than just daydreaming. You are programming your body to align with these future experiences. Emotions are a powerful language that your body understands intuitively. By feeling these emotions in the present, you signal to your body that the experience is real, setting in motion a cascade of biological and neurological responses. This process is not merely psychological, it has tangible physical effects. Embodying the emotions of your future intentions triggers epigenetic changes in your cells. Epigenetics involves the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Unlike genetic changes, epigenetic changes are reversible and do not change your DNA sequence, but they can change how your body reads a DNA sequence. By feeling the emotions associated with your intentions, you are effectively instructing your cells to express genes in a way that aligns with those emotions and intentions. The implications of this are profound. It means that by consistently aligning your emotional state with your desired future, you can begin to bring about changes in your physical state that are in harmony with your goals. For example, if your intention is to become healthier and you regularly embody the feeling of vitality and wellness, you're not just thinking about being healthy. You're initiating a process that can make this intention a physical reality. Furthermore, this alignment of emotions with intentions creates a powerful feedback loop between the mind and the body. As your body begins to respond to these emotions, it sends signals back to the brain, reinforcing the mental images and feelings associated with your intentions. This creates a synergistic effect, amplifying your ability to manifest these intentions. It is also important to note that this process requires consistency and authenticity of emotions. The occasional feeling of love, empowerment, or wholeness is not enough. These emotions need to be a regular part of your mental and emotional landscape. It's about cultivating an emotional state that consistently resonates with your future intentions, thereby creating an environment conducive to their manifestation. Creating a new personal reality necessitates a fundamental transformation of one's personality, which is essentially a complex amalgamation of thoughts, actions, and feelings. This transformation is not a superficial change, but a profound metamorphosis that requires a deep awareness and modification of habitual thought patterns, behaviors, and emotional responses that have been ingrained over time. The first step in this transformative journey is to develop acute self awareness. This involves closely observing and understanding your habitual thoughts and behaviors, the automatic responses and reflexive actions that define your daily life. Many of these patterns are deeply rooted in past experiences and conditioning. They operate on a subconscious level, steering your reactions and decisions in a way that often keeps you tethered to past realities and identities. To alter these patterns, one must not only recognize them, but also actively challenge and replace them with new thoughts and behaviors that align with the desired future. This is not a process of suppression, but rather a conscious choice to adopt a new way of thinking and acting. For instance, if your past conditioning has led to a mindset of scarcity and limitation, transforming your personality would involve consciously adopting an attitude of abundance and possibility. This transformation also extends to emotional patterns. Many people are held back by emotions rooted in past traumas, fears, or disappointments, emotions that have become so familiar that they are almost comforting in their predictability. Breaking free from these emotional patterns requires consciously embodying the emotions associated with your desired future. If you aspire to a future filled with joy and fulfillment, you must begin to cultivate these emotions in your present, regardless of your current circumstances. However, this shift is not something that happens overnight. It demands a continuous and unwavering commitment to maintaining this new state of mind and being. This involves a daily practice of mindfulness, where you constantly monitor and guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions to align with your future intentions. It's a disciplined approach to living, where every moment is an opportunity to reinforce your new personality. Moreover, this process of transformation is often met with resistance, both from within and from the external environment. Old habits and patterns are comfortable and familiar, and breaking free from them can create a sense of uncertainty and discomfort. Additionally, your transformed personality might not always align with the expectations and norms of your social circle, leading to potential conflicts and misunderstandings. Despite these challenges, the rewards of this transformation are immense. By reshaping your personality to align with your desired future, you not only change the trajectory of your life, but also expand your sense of self and potential. You start to perceive and interact with the world in new ways, opening up possibilities that were previously obscured by past conditioning. This newfound alignment with your aspirations enables you to attract and create experiences that resonate with your transformed self, gradually manifesting your new personal reality. In essence, creating a new personal reality through the transformation of personality is a journey of self discovery and empowerment. It involves shedding the layers of past conditioning to reveal a more authentic and aligned version of yourself, one that is capable of manifesting the life you truly desire. With continuous awareness, commitment, and a willingness to embrace change, this transformative process leads to a profound shift in your experience of life, turning your deepest aspirations into tangible realities.